Well, good morning, everybody. Warm welcome to each and every one of you. Thank you to the Yellow Creek Singers for their beautiful opening song. That was fantastic. Thank you for those honor songs. My name is Joseph Daniels. I'm here today in my role as Director of Indigenous Engagement at SaskEnergy, and I'll be the MC for the event today.
Yeah, we signed a Memorandum of Understanding with SaskEnergy, a Crown corporation here in the province of Saskatchewan. We believe strongly that Indigenous-led projects to a cleaner energy future by 2050 requires an Indigenous-led process. The First Nations Power Authority with its general members, Piapot, Cree Nation, Muscopheating, Sakamay, Pheasant Rump, Carry the Kettle, many of them suffer with energy insecurity with high heating costs from propane and of course electric sources of heat. And so we hope to provide some relief through a partnership like this. We'll look at opportunities of bridging natural gas service to these First Nations communities rather than relying on coal-fired generation, electric, baseboard heating, or propane, which gets pretty expensive in the winter.
We're kind of late in the game in regards to natural energy. I know when the chief spoke about his reserve getting it in the 80s. Well, it's 2024 and we're just now stepping up to become, hopefully, natural gas in our community. Part of the reason why we wanted to go this route is because of our high power bills. A lot of our members are paying $7,000 to $1,000 a month in power bills. A lot of our members are also low income. So in order for them to even afford their power bill, they have to find jobs off reserve. They have to find even minimum wage jobs off reserve, and sometimes that's not enough.
Well, this is a very momentous day because it's taking that next step forward to try to provide a relationship between First Nations Power Authority and also SaskEnergy in trying to get, a reliable source of energy to First Nations reserves that are in Saskatchewan. These aren't ones that are far up north. They're right close to our systems, and it's taking that next step. As we heard an example from Chief Tavita, where she talked about the issue of having a reliable but also an affordable source of energy. So for SaskEnergy, this is very important because we have that reliability. We have that reliability index where right now our delivery system has got a 99.998% reliability index. Very, very high. It's high for North America, and this is the right thing to be doing, to be moving forward to try to provide that energy for First Nations.
We have families that are low income running out of propane when it's minus 40 in the winter time, and they're giving me a call at 12:30, 2:30 in the morning saying they ran out of propane. Some of them are grandparents raising grandchildren. Some are young single mothers raising young babies. And you got to get out of bed and make calls and do what we can to keep our people warm who are having a hard time to provide for their family due to the high cost of living.
Today is a really important day. SaskEnergy has signed a Memorandum of Understanding with the First Nations Power Authority that's going to see some tremendous work being done between these two organizations as we attempt to work together to bring energy security to more First Nations communities across the province. In particular, trying to bring natural gas to a number of communities, over 20 First Nations communities that don't have natural gas today. They either use electricity to heat their homes, which is very expensive in the wintertime, or they use propane. And so this is the next step in building a relationship between the Crown corporations and the First Nations Power Authority.
What we're hoping to do is, of course, ensure that there's adequate and reliable supply of heating for many of our First Nations communities. Again, as Mark had mentioned, far too often we have very, very tough winters, and we need to have fuel that's readily available to heat our homes.
I think the first steps will be negotiations on the three-way agreement. How much should each community pay? What's the feasibility study for bringing in the natural gas to two of the valley bands, and then making sure that the other valley bands along Highway number 1 benefit as well, so that we can do a major project that encompasses a lot of those First Nations rather than going piecemeal, because that'll take time and resources.
The Memorandum of Understanding being signed today is a testament to the value of collaborating on our common goals. When we work together, when we share knowledge and rely on each other's unique expertise, everyone benefits.
The SaskEnergy Board of Directors endorses the relationship that is being forged here today and is very proud of the work that brings SaskEnergy and the First Nation Power Authority together. And we look forward to hearing about other initiatives in the future. And I look forward to seeing this relationship become formalized this morning. So thank you very much for having me.
For SaskEnergy, the signing of this Memorandum of Understanding demonstrates our willingness to work closely with First Nations to support access to safe, reliable energy, as well as our commitment to environmental sustainability.
And we will continue to set the pace, and I think the opportunities for learning about energy security. One of the core foundations in our mandate of what we do at the First Nations Power Authority is energy security, food security, water security. All of the things that maybe sometimes we've taken for granted in the past. It's 2024, and it's time to get out of the way. It's time for First Nations communities to play a leadership role in the energy conversation, and we're doing just that.